Oh, and the fact that Olsen is in the cast means that like we're gonna get a flashback to how she became a zombie because they didn't need to bring in Olsen to do the voicing for What If.
I hope they brought her back and she's just like, brains. And then they're like, thank you. That's a wrap on Elizabeth Olsen, and everyone claps. And she's like, thanks guys, bye.
Where's my $1 million?
Yeah.
And where is my 500,000?
Welcome back to the break room. Which of our favorite Marvel characters are going to be chomping brains? We've got a few ideas now that a new Marvel Zombies trailer has just dropped. And is Channing Tatum gonna beat up Robert Downey Jr.? It's the headlines. Zombies.
Extra, read all about it.
Zombies on the loose! I'm
Gina.
Erik Voss, and joining me today are, well, she doesn't need a zombie virus as a reason to chomp on brains. It's Jessica Clemons.
I love brains. I love them brains.
Wow, you really ended that in a way that I did not deserve.
I'm never gonna say no. I'll never say no to a bit. I can't. It's in my blood.
And she's got some theories about who nibbled on zombie Namor to give him that infection. It's Gina Ippolito.
I actually think it's gonna be Reed Richards. It's not who you think. It's Reed, not Sue. That's the new twist on it.
That's right. Go A to C on this.
Yeah, exactly.
We got to contact trace that infection back to see who was biting who.
Patient zero.
Yep. So in this episode, an amazing new Marvel Zombies trailer that got me excited, all of us excited. We've got some news coming out of D23, including some info on a Toy Story re-release. Also, Channing Tatum gave us some info on what role Gambit might play in Avengers Doomsday. But let's start with this Marvel Zombies trailer. Marvel Zombies comes to Disney Plus on September 24th. It's a 4-part event that's a spin-off from What If Season 1 Episode 5, What If Zombies, and it's animated, but it's also TVMA. Let's check out this trailer.
Oh yeah.
Now we're gonna have some music here that I'm gonna talk over. We have to mute it.
Looks like we got a lot of zombies.
So many zombies, and the fact that Olsen is in the cast means that like we're gonna get a flashback to how she became a zombie because they didn't need to bring in Olsen to do the voicing for What If. It means that we're gonna like hear how she got to that, and it's gonna be great.
I hope they brought her back and she's just like, brains. And then they're like, thank you. That's
Yeah, I don't
a wrap.
think they
That's
really
a
talk
wrap.
that much. They're just gonna be saying it.
That's a wrap on Elizabeth Olsen, and everyone claps. And she's like, thanks guys, bye.
Where's my $1 million?
Yeah.
And where is my 500,000?
She may have also recorded this like back in 2022. Like she could have
Yeah, who
recorded
knows?
this like when doing ADR for Doctor Strange in the
That's
Multiverse
true,
of
that's
Madness.
true.
So she might be like, I did that? Oh right, yeah.
Oh yeah, what if they just take a clip from Multiverse of Madness that we just didn't see?
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
they just
yeah,
put
yeah.
it in and
They
we see
layer-
her get
layer that
turned.
sound
And then
over it.
the rest of the movie is her going,
She just goes, I'm not a monster, I'm a mother.
Yeah.
and then
That's like, that line is what you pulled? She made it cook. I love seeing Blade in this. So it's Blade as Moon Knight. So this is from an alternate universe where Blade has become the champion of Khonshu and
for
has both.
Good for him.
But
Good
is
for
he?
that guy.
He was born as like a half vampire.
Yeah, so his mom was bit when she was pregnant.
Right, and we know that's how it worked for Namor. If something happens to
Yeah.
a pregnant woman, the baby now has powers.
Stop biting pregnant women.
no, never.
Jessica?
From what I could tell, as I was going through this trailer, we're gonna do like an Easter egg breakdown of this. That's gonna come to the new Rockstars channel tomorrow. But I was like, oh, it's gonna be so many different episodes, but it actually looks like it's part of like the same 4-part event. Like you kind of
Yeah.
see like a San Francisco episode, but that group's gonna end up. It looks like on the raft.
It's also like they did 4 for Eyes of Wakanda. Is this what they're doing? Are they just doing 4 for people gotta eat, man. Stop making things 4 episodes.
I think for the Spider-Man show, it'll be more than 4 at least.
Yeah, that's
for
true.
your friendly
That's
neighbor
true.
Spider-Man.
And
But they
X-Men,
did do
the animated
4
series
for.
will do more than 4.
Well, maybe it's because did we say that it was a limited series?
I think it's
Yeah.
considered a special presentation
Okay.
when they do that. They're like, whatever.
Yeah, they're probably not trying to go back to it after
Yeah.
this. I also think they're trying to like cut off what happened in What If. Like they don't want to touch too much of it anymore.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that
yeah,
this, I can see this being the last of Marvel Zombies. But that trailer was so sick. It's disgusting. It was.
Yeah, go
filthy.
watch it
That's
again.
also why I don't think they're gonna come back to it because it is too much. That was so. That was great.
I want them to do Marvel, like a Marvel Zombies, like every couple
Yeah,
of years.
dude,
Just
I'm
throw it.
into
I
it.
want to see everyone as a zombie eventually.
That was great. I never thought I would see a day where Spider-Man rips the heads off of everybody with his webs. That's
It's a good. I mean, you wouldn't immediately think that Spider-Man would be the best at fighting zombies, but like then when you factor in, like, okay, I guess he can like rip their heads off with the webs.
And we're gonna see so many heads just getting ripped if
Yeah.
they're going with the classic, you know.
Yeah, head ripping.
Yeah, head
I mean,
ripping.
you gotta be wary of those heads though. They can technically still
That
bite.
is also very true.
can
That
still
is
bite.
also true. Which is probably how Spider-Man is going to turn.
Yeah.
Also,
He'll fling them by them, and it'll be like.
there'll be Pac-Man. But also the thing is, if this is the height of the violence if they showed all the highest violence in that trailer, I would be so upset. I'm expecting it to be tenfold now in the show.
Real quick, we want to give a shout out to Riverside. We use Riverside to make every video you see on the new Rockstars channel. Riverside is the easiest way for you to record, edit, and share professional grade video content and podcasts from anywhere in the world. Riverside records your video locally with up to 4K resolution. Even if your internet connection is choppy, your recording isn't. Plus, Riverside uploads your audio and video tracks separately to the cloud while you record. Riverside also takes advantage of cutting-edge AI to make your life easier. With an AI producer, it cleans up your ums and uhs, video dub that can flawlessly replicate your voice for pickups, and a magic clips tool that can pop out your best clips for easy sharing on social media. We can't recommend it enough. If you create video or audio content, click the link in the description, use code ROCKSTARS, and get 1 free month of Riverside Pro today.
They gotta leave something. They gotta leave some big reveal, right? Like they've got it. There's got to be something that we didn't see that they're like, wait till they get a load of this.
Well, I think we're still missing the main storyline, right? We know that the Avengers are gone. They turned into zombies. There has to be more beyond, we just got to take out every other superhero.
Yeah.
They probably have to find a cure or
Wait,
something.
remind me, how did we leave the Marvel Zombies episode was like, they have giant like Ant-Man zombie. They find like that they've been feeding bits of people.
So yeah, he's from the comics or
Wasp.
what?
It was Hope.
Oh,
Hope
that's
was
right.
the
That's right.
giant
She was
one.
giant.
They go to Camp Lehigh.
Yeah.
They're trying to find a cure. They think there will be a cure there because there's like a coded message that they find. When
Yes.
they get there, they find it's zombie Wanda who's harvesting the limbs
Yes.
of other people.
And there's a head
including
in a
T'Challa.
jar, right?
Yeah. Ant-Man's head is in a jar.
Yeah. It's
Vision
really
is there.
Futurama style.
Vision sacrifice. It is
Oh,
very
yeah.
Futurama.
Was this before or after? Wasn't she at the end of 1402 or whatever?
Yeah, there is a Wanda from 1402. She
the
shows
very
up
end.
in the Guardians of the Multiverse episode when they're fighting Ultron. Zombie Wanda shows up there too. She's kind of like a recurring figure in the What If series. And she's going to, I think, be the big bad of this. We know from like concept art all the way back in 2022 that she's going to have a lineup that includes Abomination. Emil Blonsky is going to be joining her team. We know that Clint Barton's going to be on her team. Let's see who else. I have this all in the breakdown. It's slipping my mind right now. But yeah, who else? Ghost will be on her team. Okoye will be on her team. Captain Marvel will be on her team. But we know there's going to be another lineup that includes Yelena, Kate Bishop, Jimmy Woo, Shang-Chi, Death Dealer, Alexei, and Katie, Shang-Chi's friend, and it looks like Kamala Khan's going to be in that group as well. I think it's the Raft. Icarus is going to show up at some point, which is crazy to me. And then there was concept art of what looks like a Skrull lineup, but I don't know. I didn't see that anywhere in this trailer. And then based off of the voice cast, Wyatt Russell, Tessa Thompson, and Dominique Thorne are going to be there. So we'll have John Walker, Ironheart, and Valkyrie.
I wonder if Skrulls can be turned into zombies because they have like different kind of blood.
Yeah, if Thanos can be turned into a zombie, I feel like
Yeah, I
that's
guess
kind of
that's true.
extraterrestrial,
I guess
yeah.
that's true. Is the zombie virus like universe wide though? Like any creature can be turned into a zombie?
Yeah, the zombie virus came from the quantum realm in this lore. You know, it was when
okay.
Hank was looking for Janet. Janet was just infected.
Right,
She
that's
got this
right,
somewhere.
that's right,
and
that's
back
right.
in 2021, we were making all these theory videos like, where did that virus come from?
Yeah.
And that could be a big reveal that comes up in this show.
I wonder if the little gelatinous dude who was obsessed with holes that was voiced by David Desmalchin could be turned into a zombie. How do you bite him if you like clearly he's
I mean, like, yeah, him and like the robots. I'm sure Vision can't. I'm sure Ultron can't. I'm sure Yeah, like those people, I'm sure truly can't turn into zombies, but of course they're not going to be here.
Yeah. You probably need some form of humanoid. You need to be some form of humanoid.
I bet Gaia couldn't get in now.
Damn it!
I bet Gaia trying to force all these characters we don't want back. I'm like, nah, we can put her in there somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be a good way. Like, they just open one of the movies with like, oh, Gaia got infected by the zombie virus, and we had to put her down. She was killed on the way to her home planet.
We had to put her down, and we had to put her down like a dog.
You'll probably never see her again. Bye.
All we have is this giant arm.
What if there's like a Gaia Sprite episode that's just like an hour and 30 minutes, and every other episode is just 12 minutes? So they're like, you wanted more Gaia Sprite.
I did not watch.
There's one person who's been writing fanfic for like 3 years that's like, it's my moment.
They said, I've been waiting for this.
But what if the Gaia Sprite story is like the best story we've ever seen?
They would have to answer so many questions in order for me to figure out that that's the best episode.
You know what? I would love it if like a really good writer was like, challenge accepted.
Yeah, dude, get it. I would love, if you can do it under an hour, I would love to see you do it.
Give it to us. Who's the best writer in the world? Get in there.
Not only does it have to be entertaining, but it's 90% dialogue.
They present this to like this one episode to like Mike Flanagan. And like, man, can you write an episode of Marvel Zombies? Here are your two characters. You're not allowed to use any other characters. Bye.
Absolutely not. He would have walked out so. Oh, poor Mike. Mike would be like, "You guys keep setting me up for this."
I think he can do it. I think Mike Flanagan can do it.
He probably could. Yeah. I bet a lot of these writers could do it. They can figure it out. We were talking about this when we were reacting to the trailer. Can we spend a bit of like part of what's so hard about breaking down a trailer like this is the character design. The animation is stunning. The action always looks good on these shows, but just Marvel enforced these character artists to adopt a character design that just is trying to emulate the appearance of the live action voice actors. And I just, not all, especially like these thin white dudes with chiseled jawlines and short dark hair all look exactly the same.
They had to make Chris Evans a zombie because when he was in What If, I was like, I can't tell which one this is.
It's hard to tell him from Bucky from like an animated thing. For me, it's like if you get the hair color wrong, I'm immediately confused. Yeah. Like I can understand how people can't recognize Clark Kent because they changed like one detail about these people, and I'm like, that can't be Yelena. Her hair is darker.
Yeah. It's still hard too with like, I remember when I was doing What If, I was like, oh, because they're bringing in a lot of the people from the last phase, which are usually a lot of the POCs. And I'm like, okay, so I can't figure out if this is Shuri or if this is supposed to be Ironheart. It was like so confusing until the final minute when it was like Ironheart's through all of this. And I was like, okay.
Just find an excuse to like give them name tags. Like,
or just
like the first scene is like, welcome to our Marvel mixer. Did everyone get a name tag? Please wear it all times.
Did you? I was like, it was like even like the ethnic features they put on the POC characters. I was like, was not like even transparent enough. It's so hard. I was like, these people don't look like they're actors that much.
They need to just decide to give them one of their signature items. If you have Shuri and she's dressed like she was in the lab in the first movie, then there's no way that's Iron.
But that's the thing with What If too. Their plot was like, oh, here's Shuri just as a student at MIT, and I'm like, so that's not Dominic Thor.
Right.
And so that is my only beef with it. It looks beautiful, just like I loved with What If. Oh my god, I loved What If episodes. It's just I can't decipher their faces. That was the only problem that I have with
cartoon face blindness.
I have it for this.
I have it for many people.
Yeah, and this is no dig at the artists working on this. I guarantee you. Any artists who you would tell that to would be like, I know, believe me, I wish we could have had the restraints lifted. But this is a decision made from execs that was said they have to look.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because I think an animator would have been like, this does not look like the person I want to draw.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that's why they're putting all these bells and whistles and kind of doing this cosplaying thing of like they're doing Moon Knight or Blade as Moon Knight because they want to bring in some interesting flair and color and something interesting to the character. But it just makes it harder unless you're watching the context of the episode and someone names them.
Hears or talks.
Yeah. The Blade is not being voiced by Mahershala Ali, although they did base it on Mahershala's likeness. It's being voiced by Todd Williams, who's clearly doing a Mahershala Ali impression.
That's crazy. It's interesting because I think a lot of this. Shut up, Gina. Shut up. If it was Wesley Snipes, that would be so dirty. If it was Wesley Snipes, that'd be insane.
They have to call Mahershala Ali, and they're like, "No, it means nothing. Don't worry."
Or if he said no, they're like, fine, we're going with Wesley Snipes.
Oh, that would be great. If they're like, hey, did you want to voice it? And he's like, no. And they're like, all right, that's fine.
I think they reach out to all of them and offer the opportunity for sure. And that's why I
don't think they do.
You don't think so?
No,
Because all those
their
people,
quotes are so much more. So that would affect the budget in such an insane way. Like if they say to them, like, hey, let's see if we can get this person. I would wager that they would say, hey, reach out to everyone and offer them scale.
Yeah, that's what I think they do. I think that,
and then let them. But there's probably some people, that are like, oh, offer only and only if it's like 10 times above scale or whatever.
That's why I think Mahershala Ali either wasn't or wasn't. I think he's in the perfect middle ground. Because even Coleman Domingo was willing to take your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man before knowing the rate from what they said.
Imagine being that person from Legal that was like, you want me to reach out to Mahershala Ali and offer him scale for a voice acting role?
Coleman Domingo did it, and Coleman Domingo is a great fucking
voice
man.
actors like voice acting is like it's like the best if you can get it, because like you go in, most of the time you shoot that all in one day.
Yeah.
Like it's not like being on set and you've got to come back and you've got to come back. I think you should have done it, Mahershala.
I think he's too busy. That's what I was going to say. I was like, I think he's too busy. But I also am like, I only saw you in Jurassic World Rebirth. And were you that busy in Jurassic World Rebirth? You guys, go watch our review of it and you'll understand what I mean by it. Because let me tell you about that movie. That movie was not what I wanted it to be. But that's all he does. That's all he does.
Jessica came back from the movie and said, you know what? It would have been better if it was Wesley Snipes.
I did not say that. I did not say that. I don't have a problem with Wesley Snipes. He does have one line in Deadpool Wolverine I did not abide by. You know what the line I'm talking about?
We know what line you're talking about.
Yeah, okay, I was not ready for it. Put Mahershala in that role. Go ahead and do it. Change the subject. But I bet like the list that they got for the voice actors is always so insane that I'm like, you can grab all these people, but I bet Elizabeth Olsen was a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's why she's at the top, right?
I think some people would do it like just for like the fun of like being like, yeah, I'll do it for scale, like whatever. But most people are like, I don't have the time to do this for.
Did you see Kumail's interview where he was like, I thought that I was going to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe for a very long time?
Yeah.
And why'd you laugh at that? But the way that I felt really bad because he was like, oh, I was prepared to be in a bunch of things. And I was like, damn, you were only in What If. You had that one episode of What If, and I was like, I bet do you think it's in their contracts, or do you think they're welcome to say no to it?
I think they can say no to anything. Mm-hmm. Like, you can always get them out of anything. In Kumail's like case, it's like dude got jacked. Like he like worked out so hard. He was on like in like Men's Fitness talking about like, here's how I did it, and that he was like, yeah, worth it. This is like 6 to 10 years worth of rolls here. I killed myself for a year. I didn't eat bread. Mm-hmm. I ate nothing but like 27 chickens a day, and like, but totally worth it. And then he was in one movie, and they were like, we'll call you, and he was probably like, am I supposed to maintain?
The mental health, the descent into madness from me doing this, and then you to be like, yeah, there's no more calls. I would be a crazy person.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I can't go back to what I once was now. And I also eat 27 chickens a day.
I mean, listen, every time Hugh Jackman talks about getting into that shape, it's like miserable. Like no one is ever like, I did it and I'm really glad. Like they're like, I tortured myself. I slaughtered an entire planet of chickens.
Poor baby.
And like it's
always the chicken. It's always the chicken and the fish. Chicken, fish, and rice.
I mean, I remember like when there was like an interview with when what's her name was doing Glow and her husband was doing something where he had to like drop a lot of weight. What are their names?
Alison Brie.
Yeah. And her husband was doing something where he was like playing like some like super skinny, but she had to put on like 50 pounds of muscle, and she was like, we both thought the other one had a raw deal because he was basically like on like a really low calorie diet, and I had to wake up every 3 hours and eat a chicken, like eat like 6 chicken breasts and like 5 eggs. And she was like, and I was like so sick and so nauseous.
My God.
But then he would just be like longingly looking at my chicken because he had just like eaten like
and also the devastation we're putting on the chicken. We're eating the chicken and the egg. We're eating both.
Yeah.
Are we eating one inside? Well, you can eat a chicken when it has an egg.
Constantly be eating protein in that
dog
world.
Food.
Dude, me and Erik were on a sketch team together with a man that would eat like dog food.
I mean,
don't say his
We're not gonna say his last name.
LA comedians.
I'll have to look up his
LA comedians.
He's not listed. He's not even
he was a very fit person.
He might be 100
honestly, he might be 100 years old. And sometimes he ate the liver snacks. Then I'd be like, straight up dog food.
Hollywood is weird, you guys.
You don't remember this?
He ate it.
He literally would have dry liver kibble things, and I was like, "Oh, what snack you eating?" I thought it was jerky.
Listen,
He had a picture of a dog on the front.
When dudes are like proteining, they're doing all sorts of.
Maybe he's onto something though, because he could have been 100. We didn't know.
Here's the thing: we're not knocking general fitness and eating, right? Obviously, that's what we should all be doing. But if you look that shredded,
you're doing
both shredded
terrible.
and swole at the same time, it means you have taken mental years off your life.
You literally. I feel like you're not getting the nutrients you need when you're doing it to that degree.
Your brain needs
we're
carbs.
Humans. We're humans.
Your brain does need
Your
carbs.
brain needs carbs.
Some carbs.
Cool man, go.
Hey, you're eating that dog liver. I know you are. You freak. You freak.
I'm just referring to, there's the TikTok of the, and it's like the best sources of protein. That's what I get now, by the way. On
what is the
TikTok.
best sources of protein?
And then it's like the different kids who are auditioning
A Planet of
in front of whatever. And then the best singer's like, every now and then I fall apart. And it's the best singer, and it's dog food.
Oh my god.
Well, dog food is like, it's literally like the when you give the dog the raw food diet, if we cooked it, it would be great for it. It's literally just like blueberries, Greek yogurt, a chicken foot, a quail egg.
It's like sweet potatoes.
Yeah, it's sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
Like,
listen, if there's a zombie apocalypse, I'm gonna eat dog food. All of you will too.
Oh, look at Gina landing this bird by bringing us back on the rails.
We did rant for a long time.
I wasn't even meaning to. I just thought a lot about what I would eat if there was a zombie apocalypse.
I'm not eating dog food. They'll just have to eat me, the zombies.
Canned food. Just stock up on canned food. You're good to go.
Oh, how much canned food do you have in your house right now?
A lot.
Really?
I'm not telling you what's in my bunker.
Let me come in that house.
I've got like 1 can of lentils and a packet of tuna. I'm not lasting long.
Me and Gina in the same boat. I keep buying fancy canned sardines. And let me tell you, I'm saving those because they were expensive.
You should have heard what these two were saying before we recorded about like animal conservation. You two are going to be headed straight for the LA Zoo.
I'm going to be full of, what is it? Not magnesium. What is it? What's in
mercury?
Fish? Mercury, yeah.
Mercury.
I'm full of mercury. Those zombies wouldn't want to fight me. They'll be like, ooh, she's walking with it.
Jess at the San Diego Zoo eating an orca in the middle of a zombie apocalypse.
Catch me there with a swordfish in my mouth.
It's just, you're going to see Free Willy jumping over the seawall and both of you will have a net into our net.
It's our time. Zombie times. Get in my net.
People think I'm like a crazy zombie. I'm a normal person. I'm just hungry. That's so crazy. Keep going. Oh my god.
Is it safe to say that this Marvel Zombies trailer might be the best trailer that Disney Plus has cut, at least for an animated title?
I love that Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man one, but I think it's because they got a good theme song. I love rap music, but so I think I'm biased in that regard because I was like, the brick that hits that kid in that cut was insane.
Kills that boy.
We saw a lot of people get killed in this, but
that's true.
That was on the streets. I really like that Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, but this is such a good trailer. It is so
they
fun.
kill it. Like Marvel kills their trailers. I was thinking about the Thunderbolts trailers. I was thinking every time they have a trailer, I'm like, whoever is cutting these trailers, whoever's figuring out what music it's set to, whoever's doing it, like these are good ass editors.
I think there's been an influx of better like music for them because I feel like back in the day it was just like whatever, but now recently I've been like, damn, these songs are all really good. I was like, this is a really good trailer. This trailer was insane. I'm obsessed. I watched it twice as soon as it came out. I was like, this is crazy. I showed my roommate. I was like, can you get off work for a minute? I was like, this trailer is insane.
It's really cool.
It feels like The Walking Dead does meet Gen V in a way just because of the like graphics at the beginning, cutting through the TVMA with the... Do you think that's Kate Bishop or do you think that's...
I think it's Kate Bishop.
Yeah, because Clint's already a zombie.
Yeah, I think you're not going to hear
zombie.
Jeremy Renner, but we'll hear Haley Steinfeld.
100. They probably shot some audio during What If. Because she was on What If too.
Yeah.
They get it in whenever they can. Yeah. If they're like, oh, you're stopping by the lot, come in, say brains, and then leave.
Today's episode of Breakroom is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Football season starts soon, so we're already keeping an eye on some bets we'd like to place. It's so easy and adds a fun element to watching the games beyond wanting your team to win. I'm a fan of the over-under bets, like will Saquon Barkley have more or less than one rushing touchdown opening week? More? For sure. But Joe Burrow's not getting 2.5 passing TDs. I'm taking the under. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your pick right, you could cash in. Prize Picks is also the best way to get action on sports in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. Prize Picks puts their users first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Download the app today and use code BREAKROOM to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code BREAKROOM to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
We've gotten some other headlines that we want to get to. D23 was this past week in the D23 destinations, and largely it was, they announced some animated stuff. So we're going to get an Ice Age 6 Boiling Point.
Stop it.
Which we're going to see Sid the Sloth get boiled alive. I assume is what's going to happen. He got too big for the rest of them once he went on Alien Earth.
If they were smart, I was going to say they would like put a xenomorph in his belly and have it burst out, and then people would be like, whoa, tie-in!
With Ice Age 6.
Yeah.
What was the last Ice Age? Do you know of the
Ice Age 4 was Continental Drift. Ice Age
Were you watching
5.
these?
How long does this Ice Age last? What are these animals' lifespans?
That was the first thing I said on Slack when they was posted. I said, when do they die?
Collision Course was Ice Age 5. So, there are 6 of these. Now, Ice Age Collision Course was what year?
Because it feels like it's been a minute since we've seen an Ice Age.
But some of them have had babies. I think the squirrels had a baby.
Oh, dude. This franchise started when I was a kid. Like, that's crazy. I know that Toy Story did, but Toy Story feels like it's always going to translate. Like, it's going to be there forever. It has a park. Like, everyone's obsessed with it. But Ice Age? Ice Age?
And this will be the
so
first,
much Ice Age hate on this show lately.
I'm sorry.
This will be the first Disney release one, because this was a 20th century Blue Sky production. So now Blue Sky got all absorbed by Pixar during the acquisition.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So now it's going to be, it's still, though, I don't know if it's going to be like Disney's animators working on it, because these animation departments are still kind of separate.
Separate, yeah.
But they are owned by the same parent.
Would they put it in the parks? Because I don't think Ice Age is in anything, right? It's not like.
Ooh, that's a good question.
It's not Warner Brothers has it for some random reason or something.
I know they're building a Frozen expansion to Euro Disney, I think, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they are. They are.
The Ice Castle.
They could put Ice Age in there. I don't know why they would. It sounds too big, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. You could have some of these characters. That'd be kind of fun.
The saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah. And then we got some news from Pixar. So Pixar did one of their Feige release slate graphics where we're going to get Hoppers and Toy Story 5 coming in 2026. In 2027, we're going to have Gatto, which is directed by Enrico Casarosa, who was my wife's former boss when she assisted him on Luca. And now this is from what I know about Gatto, it sounds like a really, really fun movie. That's going to be the 2027 release. In the 2028, we're going to get 2 Pixar sequels, Incredibles 3 and Coco 2. Now, how you have a sequel to Coco, I don't know. That story seemed very well wrapped up. But, I don't know, maybe we followed the dog into all Mexican dogs go to Mexican heaven.
Or instead of going down there, since the barrier is open, someone's going to get lost up here. And if they're lost up here, they die.
Jess has been writing it.
I love Coco so much. I love Coco so much.
Top 3 Pixar films.
I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah. It's Coco, Finding Nemo, and Wall-E maybe are my top 3.
Yeah,
Wall-E's solid.
That was a good one. Anytime there's music in it, I'm like, and that's why I love Coco.
Well, because Pixar resists music so much. That was like on their list of rules is no musicals.
It's not a musical
because they were trying to separate it from Disney.
Yeah.
It's not a musical, but the soundtrack for Toy Story is always slap. They're always good.
That's true.
You wouldn't know why that is.
And that's exactly why.
Gotta make movies while he's still alive.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, well, he's kicking. Toy Story. This is Toy Story 6.
Toy Story 5. It's the 6th though, if you include Lightyear. Snoop Dogg has some thoughts on that. But this is the 5th one. They did show some footage of it's, but we're gonna get a trailer attached to a Toy Story re-release that they're doing this month. That'll be a lot of fun. I think I will go to that. My son is too young. I can't wait till he's old enough to take the movies.
Toy Story will still be making movies.
Grow, kid, grow.
Some big. That's gonna be a 30th anniversary release on September 12th.
30?
And then let's move on to this Channing Tatum news, he was talking about his role in Avengers Doomsday, and he confirmed that we're going to have a fight scene that Gambit has with Doctor Doom in the movie. I guess Channing Tatum hurt himself while he was filming. He said that he and Doctor Doom have a big fight. His stunt man is going to be doing a lot of it. He also said he's not going to, quote, go full Cajun in Doomsday.
Marvel said, simmer down. Marvel said, we know what you did in Deadpool Wolverine. We're going to have you tame it a little bit here because you got to do it for about 45 minutes.
What do you guys think about that, though?
I think that's great. I hope he does not get impaled and die like he does in X-Men 97. I really do not want them to just put him in here to kill him.
I know. I get so excited. Honestly, he's like the opposite side of the coin of like Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool because they both were like so excited about a project. They both sort of self-financed, wanted to write, wanted to direct. It's just that his didn't work out. And Ryan Reynolds' did. So it would be a shame to like throw him back in now and have everyone love him and then like kill him in the second thing we see him in.
But it's so emotional when Gambit dies. I don't want this at all. I'm just saying if they wanted to impact us easy on a low scale, killing him is probably.
I want them to leave the door open for him to like come back when he's like 80 or something.
Oh my god! I love Channing's Gambit. I'm sorry.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, I don't need him to go full Cajun.
I do.
But I want a bit. I want like 80% Cajun.
I think it's still Cajun. What we saw in Deadpool Wolverine was maybe 200%.
Yeah.
So I think he's just going back a little bit.
I mean, I think he's gonna split the difference between that and like what not Taylor Lautner. What the hell is his name?
Taylor Kitsch.
Taylor Kitsch did, where he was just like, I'm gonna just do my regular kind of slightly southern voice.
Yeah.
Like he didn't do anything. He was just like, oh, I got hired because people like me on Friday Night Lights. I guess I'll just do that sort of like thing.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And he like didn't do any accent at all. And I think he's gonna split the difference. I think he's gonna be like, all right, I can't go full. I don't think it'll be like fully the animated series either. I think it'll be a little more subtle.
Did they have a vocal coach at all on Deadpool and Wolverine?
I have no idea.
The thing is, if they did, okay, cool. If they didn't, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
And that's why like,
his vocal coach was just watching the original animated series over. And
was like, okay, now
don't get much better than this.
You have 3 vowels.
From what I understand, in defense of Channing Tatum, he did do a lot of research and talk to people who are from that part of the country who like consulted him on like things they do and say.
I think, and having someone
defending, I love it.
I thought it was.
I want him in everything.
I thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
Also
because like I have family there and I don't think they sounded like that.
Listen, I want him even places where he doesn't belong. I want Magic Mike to show up and be like, life don't get much better than this.
I just want him always eating just like a styrofoam cup of gumbo, and he's not helping anybody. But also, if they had a vocal coach on set, they could just be like, they come over and go, okay, I think you just need to enunciate here, underline here, and you're good to go. Like it wouldn't be too bad. I'm sure his research was as great as it could be, but also having someone that like is so professional in it, that's their job, they could just be like, it's not gonna offend anyone if you just do an A right there, an L over here. It's so funny. That's so funny.
My wife and I were in a debate recently of like, what if you could pick one type of cuisine from the broad array of American like cuisines to represent this is the best uniquely American food.
Not like Mexican American or
I wouldn't. You could include Italian American or Mexican American, but I would say you could find
something that's here,
better versions of that other places.
Originating.
And then we were kind of narrowed it down to barbecue, Cajun food. My pick was deli. I think deli food might be.
Is deli us? Is deli us?
Yeah.
I think it was Jewish Americans.
Like, specifically like a lot of New York, a lot of Jewish Americans in specifically New York.
There's this great documentary, everyone should look it up, it's coming out soon, about bodegas in New York and how it came from Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, and it's perfect. I didn't know that bodega is technically like a Dominican and Puerto Rican. It's a word. But also, I would argue like fried chicken.
Fried chicken. I threw out fried chicken. Just like full stop. Period. Fried chicken.
I'm thinking like because it's not my favorite food, but like American that's what we brought when we went to war and taught other people how to make. So
I will say when I was in Japan and I walked by a sign that said "Come in for our American burger."
What did it look like? Was it great? Was it better than ours?
What it was like two like burger patties, like giant burger patties with like bacon on top and an egg, and then like like barbecue sauce, and then like kind of like more meat, like maybe it's like fried ham or something like that.
It's not sounding bad.
And they were like, yeah, here we go, come on in. And the picture was giant. It was like the size of a truck. And I was like, that's what they think we are.
Not sounding bad at all. And then I'm the perfect example of like, yeah, that's what I would eat. I would eat it immediately.
It was like next to like, like omakase sushi. And then people are like, I think I want this burger that's got 20 different kinds of beef on it.
That's like when I go to, I forget where specifically, I always forget that peanut butter isn't universal.
Oh,
and so when I go, it's always in the American aisle next to like the hot one's hot sauce. And I'm like, I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah, I think pizza is just another good example, but it's like, Italian American, but I think the pizza you get in America is way better than the pizza you get in Italy. I don't care, come at me.
That's crazy. No, that's great. Wait, no, that's crazy because the meat on that pizza is insane, dude.
It's there's all kinds of Italian food that's way better.
Did you guys agree that it was like
pizza.
Louisiana food was the best?
Yeah, I just think in general Southern cooking is the best.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah,
it's the worst for you.
It's worse for you, but that also includes barbecue. It includes Cajun food.
Yeah, this is gonna be so regional because like I'm like being from New Jersey and getting a lot of New York food. I'm not a fan of Southern food.
Oh, yeah, Gina, no, it's not fair.
I don't like.
Get her out of here.
I'm not a fan of like heavy barbecue sauces and like white casseroles and salads that are like don't have vegetables in them. Like so I would say deli. Like, give me a deli, give me a babka, give me a chocolate babka, and like
I'm about to fucking turn into a werewolf.
I love all those foods too, but I think there's almost like an overlap there with barbecue and just like a smoked pastrami, smoked corned beef.
That's true. They do.
It's almost the same process.
A wet, like perfectly cooked brisket. Yeah. I'll take that straight up to the dome. Oh my god, Gina, maybe you haven't had the good Southern barbecue.
I can't do like white gravy. I can't do white food.
Country gravy.
And that's
country
fair.
gravy.
That's fair. I think this is like a subdivision of it that you honestly don't need to eat any of like the sawmill gravy. But there's other types of just the meat.
Brian's face right now because he should.
Well, it's not for everybody. It is just very.
Listen, we got a contingent in this office of people who are like Italian American and people who are from the East Coast, and they would be on my side. They would be like, deli, bagels, pasta.
No, yeah, and that's the thing. That's you. That is East Coast. I could do without a bagel for the rest of my life. I could do without a bagel.
Because you're getting crappy LA bagel.
Oh no, it's because I'm eating that country gravy by the spoonful. I ladle that. I could drink country gravy. You guys are out of your mind.
The chat hates every single one of us right
now.
Yeah, I know. The chat is like, yo, I'm gonna go out to LA.
It's after Labor Day weekend. All we're thinking about is food and bears and conservation.
We did have a video on the New Rockstars channel about the Doomsday update. It was kind of like a non-update, but it did have a message from the Russo brothers and Paul Rudd that did have some interesting wording in there. And they had this video package that showed highlight reel footage of both like MCU movies and Fox X-Men movies that I just thought was interesting. So we did a whole video breaking down what the context could really mean behind those choices. But no cast announcement yet. Do you guys think we will get a part 2 at this point of like another set chairs for Doomsday?
Yeah, we should, right?
I think if they know that there's going to be a slow point in like things that they are promoting, which they're not promoting their TV shows well, obviously, if Eyes of Wakanda and Ironheart were any indication. But like if there is sort of a dip, I think that's how they'll get people back. I think they'll wait until like right before tickets go on sale because that would hype it up so much. Like at this point, those chairs, I mean, our video on the chairs did like gangbusters. So it was like such good numbers. And they didn't really capitalize on it in any way. Like it didn't translate to like ticket sales for their next like Marvel movies. So I think if they were smart, they would be like, hey, tickets go on sale in 2 days. Boop, dropped it, didn't tell anyone, dropped this. So that for those 2 days, people are constantly talking about the chairs. Did you get tickets? But they got to do it closer to the release date.
I think it'll be before the trailer. I think the first trailer we'll see maybe at the Super Bowl in 2026.
That's so fun.
I know, that would be like almost 10 months in advance. So it could be at CinemaCon, April of 2026.
Probably,
or definitely by Comic-Con, I would imagine we see something. But I think when they wrap production on Doomsday, which will probably be sometime in October, maybe we'll see something. But I think it will come out through the trades, the way that like Ryan Reynolds was reported by Hollywood Reporter. And you'll see stuff like that, maybe. There was also the Telluride Film Festival that happened, and we don't normally cover movies like this, but I did just want to like mention these, like as we head into award movie season, the prestige movies. There are.
TIFF?
Is it
TIFF?
what that is? Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, okay. I don't know this. I don't know.
Telluride
But that's
International
TIFF is
Film
Toronto.
Oh, it's Toronto.
Oh, right,
Sorry,
Toronto.
thank you.
But that will also be on the circuit that a lot of these movies are hitting up. Some of the big movies, we were talking about Eternals earlier. Chloe Zhao is back making these kind of movies, and I'm really excited. It sounds like the movie people are buzzing about the most is what's called Hamnet. And it's a story about William Shakespeare and his wife, and then something very sad that happens in their family dynamic. And it's supposed to just be like this period piece that's going. Paul Mescal is playing William Shakespeare in it. It's supposed to be the front runner at the awards season this year, and I'm super excited for that. Yorgos Lanthimos has a new movie called Begonia that Emma Stone has. You may have seen images of her from that. Looks crazy. That guy is a workhorse. He releases like a new movie every year.
Dude, insane.
Jay Kelly is a new Noah Baumbach movie starring George Clooney that says it's his best role since The Descendants. Noah Baumbach did Marriage Story and co-wrote Barbie.
Yeah.
Are they married? Him and Greta?
I think they are married, or they're at least partners.
Yeah, isn't she who he allegedly cheated on his previous wife, which is sort of what
Marriage Story is about.
Yeah.
Allegedly. But look.
And then our boy Jeremy Allen White.
Who's our boy?
Our boy. We're gonna get a Mandalorian Grogu trailer at some point that shows him as Road to the Hut, but he's gonna be playing Bruce Springsteen in Springsteen, and I think he might be the front runner for a best actor.
Yeah.
Some of these reviews.
Didn't we just get a Bruce Springsteen movie? Am I wrong?
No, this is it.
A concert.
Oh, we got a concert. Sorry, my bad. My bad. My bad.
And the movie is not called Springsteen, right? It's
Brucing into spring.
What's it called?
Brucing back into it.
I guess it is Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere, but
okay.
that's now what they're
calling it. Oh my god. Yes, the Springsteen movie. This is the Springsteen movie. Okay, that makes sense. I've heard about it and I was
you got Bruce Springsteen and Bruce Vilanch mixed up again.
Well, they're also doing a Beatles one on Disney, but it's not, I don't think it's a movie, it's more like a documentary.
Yeah.
There's a couple music movies coming out.
With all the weird looking British boys.
Yeah, with all the rap boys.
all the British rap boys in it.
People are also talking about the Smashing Machine that's Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
That man was crying after his standing ovation.
Yeah. I have not been crazy about like the Iron Claw. Like that I get that those movies are great. I just haven't really loved them as much as everyone else seems to be drawn to them. But who knows? I will be watching this movie. It's Benny Safdie wrote and directed it. And it's gonna be a jam.
Yeah. I think this is his like. All right, if I want to be a serious actor, I got to make that switch now because some movies recently didn't go as planned.
The baby.
So we have Marvel Zombies coming up on the Marvel calendar, right? Marvel Zombies coming up in just a few weeks, September 24th. We're going to have Wonder Man coming out sometime in December. So we should be seeing a trailer for Wonder Man, I think, in the next few weeks. And then 2026, like I know people are looking at the numbers for Fantastic Four First Steps, and they're like, 500 million isn't enough. Marvel's dying. But like, I don't know, some of these titles seem promising. I think we're going to hear a lot about Daredevil Born Again Season 2 at New York Comic Con, and it sounds like Mike Coulter is confirmed to be playing Luke Cage. He's going to be on stage with him.
Is that just the bald black man that's in the front row of the car?
Whose name is Luke?
Whose name is also Luke? That'd be crazy if they did that again. That's great. I love Michael Coulter. Bring baby.
They're just doing it. They're actually going to be doing it. We're going to get some news about Vision Quest. Vision Quest, I think it's going to be a really cool series.
They're going to promote. I know we're going to get promotion for Daredevil Born Again. They want to hype that up.
Yeah.
They've just been so lacking on promoting the series that I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if they give us Wonder Man in like November, the trailer.
Yeah. But I think Vision Quest is different though because the ones that they're under promoting are sort of like newish characters, newish properties. Like they didn't promote Ironheart exactly. Whereas like Vision Quest, that stars a white man, and they're like, yeah, put it front and center. But that's also like a huge character, and they know that people who are WandaVision fans, and I think they'll promote the hell out of that one. I agree they probably won't give Wonder Man the promotion that it deserves. Get your shit together, Marvel TV, man.
I think part of it is it seems like they might be like learning too many lessons from Netflix in terms of how they promote these streaming titles. You know, there's a lot of reasons why they're under promoting these things, and they all really suck. And I wish that they saw what happened with Agatha. And Agatha, they gave like a trailer 3 or 4 months in advance, and it worked out great. There was so much hype around that show. I feel like there could be hype around these shows if we got trailers 3 months out. I wish they wouldn't wait till 1 month out.
I think Gina's right that they're doing it with people's characters that they already established. I talked about this in my Ironheart trailer breakdown because I was like, took 26 days before the premiere to get Ironheart's trailer. That I was like, oh yeah, but with Wanda it was like 3 months. With Loki season 2 it was 3 months, and it's because all of these characters are so well established. It just sucks that it hurts a demographic that even if it made up 15% of their fan base, it still hurts them. Like it's not my fault that you guys chose to go fully in on like these 12 characters. They didn't do that well, and now you're like they're punishing them.
Well, it's also insane to have someone like Ryan Coogler. Who had like one of the biggest hit movies of the year, to have him have 2 series and do no promotion for it. Like that like sets up bad feelings, and then he might pull a Russo brothers, and then when it comes time to like re-up his deals with them, he might be like, you know what? Go to Amazon. They're gonna do me right.
They're gonna promote this on me.
Yeah. Like seriously, like, you know, it's if you treat your creatives poorly for a long period of time, eventually they are going to get sick of you and go elsewhere. So if Disney Plus, if Marvel like want to retain that talent, they should have put money behind those series. They should have said like, look, we got Ryan Coogler. He's done well for us. He has this movie out. Like let's let him and let the actors and let everyone promote the hell out of it, instead of being like, let's put all our promotion money into Fantastic Four.
Yeah, and I wonder what the money was in that situation, because a lot of it was already done by his production studio, Ryan Coogler's. Like it was, even the promotions on this podcast were done on his podcast.
Yeah,
and I was like,
any campaign like costs them money. Like that's why like around like Emmy times and Oscar times, it's like, oh God, look at how much money they sort of blew on this. But it's a lot of it is just like the Marvel like PR people, you know, like setting up interviews and setting up events and setting up like it's they're just not putting the love behind it that they should be, and obviously it's not working out.
Yeah. I obviously Ryan Coogler is going to be directing Black Panther 3 for Marvel. I think what we're really seeing is like, I think people who are running Disney now, I think we know this about Bob Iger, might be saying, okay, Marvel Studios, we are really going to gradually pull back all of your Disney Plus live action stuff, and we'll do limited release stuff, but it's not going to be a big part of their strategy going forward. They're already committed to the pot, but I think they're admitting that like they were not huge revenue drivers for the company, and that Marvel Studios, they may be like, you're still valuable to us, but as a studio that releases films. And I think in a couple years, if some of these things underperform, like if Daredevil season 2 does not improve on the numbers of season 1, if Vision Quest underperforms, like I wouldn't be surprised if they tell Marvel Studios, okay, you guys aren't going to be making TV shows for Disney Plus anymore.
Seeing is believing. I would love to see that day. It's hard because it's also like, sometimes it is like just me talking and spouting for sure about race and social inequality, but it's also like the numbers do show, and the numbers do fuck people up. I don't know. It just sucks being a child and only having Scary Spice. You kind of grow up and you're like, I wish I could have more, and then when you finally get more, you're like, wait, why are they taking it away? And I'm like, damn. At least I'm not a kid anymore. But like, if I had Dora Milaje when I was a child, dude, I wouldn't have cared about having to do the big chop for my hair. It's a common thing black girls have to go through. But
Scary Spice was the coolest.
She kind of. I like Sporty Spice too. And I had a Baby Spice doll.
Wow.
So it was like that Pen 15 episode when you're the only POC in the group, they make you be Scary Spice. But when I was a child, I was like, yellow was my favorite color because it was played by Ashley in the 1995 like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and that was the Black Power Ranger. And it was like weirdly subconscious that I was like, oh, I just identify with these characters because they look like me. And then when you're pulling those away, it just kind of sucks. And I mean, my nephew's like 15 now, but like, I was like, damn, come on, I want my nephew to have things. And James Gunn is doing it. James Gunn is giving those characters like a lot of things at the DC universe. This was a little tangent. never again. You don't have to at me and yell at me about talking about racial justice or anything weird again.
You can at me and I'll tell you to cry harder.
But you did bring up a lot of good points there, Jess. And I think James Gunn is showing how, like, does it just take someone with the galaxy brain and the work ethic that James Gunn has, killing himself writing so many scripts that all interconnect to do this? Like, maybe it's just like a Marvel Cinematic Universe that's set up this way with executives and their, inner circle, their parliament calling the shots and are not themselves writer-directors that have made this hard. I don't know. And we'll see how well it works by the end of Peacemaker, going into Lanterns, going into Supergirl. I think
Lanterns is going to be great. I'm so excited to see this.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for these.
And I think Lanterns is going to be like the first test we see because it's Damon Lindelof's project. And if that's not at all tonally interconnected, I think we could see, like, okay, maybe James Gunn's DC won't be as interconnected as the MCU tried to be. But I think Supergirl the fact that Millie Alcock is already so fully formed, I'm confident that will connect. And then Clayface, we'll see how well Clayface interconnects. I don't need these to be interconnected. I just need them to be good. But like for a cinematic universe that is, its business model is like, hey, you saw this person here, now see them here. The interconnectivity will be important for those opening weekends.
That's my only beef with shared universes. I'm like, I just need to know that person exists across the river. Like, same with, because you give me something that happens in Daredevil Born Again, and I go, where's Amon Vellani? Where's Tom Holland? Where are all these people?
Is Sentry melting people while Fisk is mayor?
Also, I'm just imagining all the horrific things. Everybody in the MCU needs fucking therapy. But like, to imagine Sentry waking their things up, I'm like, oh great. Someone just blasted through a wall now and just destroyed an entire building. Could you imagine Hulk? Bruce Banner, if he's there in New York, just going through that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's why I was a little discouraged when like Kevin Feige did that round table and someone asked him like, will we see the effects of the Void and Sentry in Daredevil Born Again season 2? And Feige's like, nope. Next question.
I think you could just do it. Everybody came back, then everyone would be like, this was also Fisk's doing. Like, people don't know that it's Sentry yet, so they just have to be like, Fisk locked us down and took over our brains. Like, the MCU people that they did in Daredevil Born Again made me realize how much they do not care that like wizards are literally ripping them off of their islands. It takes literally nothing for the MCU civilians. They would be like, yeah, it must have been that guy.
I mean, to be fair, like, we compartmentalize terrible shit happening every day.
Maybe it is
and we're
the
just
same.
like, I gotta go to a new Rockstars and film a video today.
That is true.
Ice just pulled one of my neighbors away.
That is
I have to squish it into a tiny box in my brain, otherwise I'll go insane.
Yeah, I guess it's in Daredevil Born Again that they're eating pizza making jokes that I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Like they're like, oh, we like, okay, if we like lose our crap every time an alien invasion happens, like we'll literally be called like it curled in a fetal ball for 360 days out of the year instead of 360.
You're right.
It just used to be like the MCU was like excited to have these things that were referenced across titles. Now, doesn't it seem like a lot of these titles are afraid to get something wrong?
It was easier. Well, yeah, because it was oh my God.
Because obviously there is a lot more to get wrong. Yeah.
Remember I think I talked to you. I know I talked about it on the break room how easy or how hard it was to see these behind the scenes photos to get these things, and now how vastly it shares. That's just time. Because I'm like, it was easier then. There wasn't really a lot of people dissecting every inch of like Thor 2.
Shut down the internet.
Our fault. We did this.
Oh yeah, 100%. You think they're happy? They're like, we find what their art directors have done wrong. Remember Amon Vellani and literally the Marvels where we said they printed this off the Wikipedia. Like it was like we think their job's a lot harder.
Pull the plug on the internet is what Jessica is saying.
Oh, I think we all need one day
flip
away
that
from
switch. You're right. I think there should be a law that's like one day out of every like 80 days you get one day where the internet doesn't work.
But I swear on this, you'll see me at that zoo aquarium chewing on a giraffe neck if you do that to me. What am I supposed to do when I'm eating mac and cheese if not watch YouTube or TikTok? Like I will lose my mind.
Jessica, your DVDs and VHS still work.
No, they don't. I'm an iPad child. I need a distraction. And it's me watching someone else eat.
Get out the rotoscope.
What is that? Who is that? Who is she?
Will she be my friend?
Let me add her on Facebook. wait, that aged myself. Okay.
Rotoscope. Well, we'll call it there for this episode of The Break Room. Make sure to subscribe to The Break Room channel on YouTube and give us a follow on Twitch where we do these videos live. NerdRiot.shop has all kinds of really, really cool designs that if you grab one of these, it goes directly to supporting us at New Rockstars. You can follow Breakroom NR on all social channels, follow New Rockstars on all social channels. And we'll see everyone tomorrow where we'll have a special guest joining us on the show at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.